Okay, last section for 10.1. So what we're going to learn about here is negative angles. You will need to know these identities, okay, but I teach you an easy way to remember them. If you remember ASTC, it's quite simple. So now just think about it. Positive angles, we are moving in anti-clockwise. So negative angles, now we move in the in the clockwise direction. So now if I am moving in the clockwise direction, so I will land up in the fourth quadrant itself. So if I have landed up in the fourth quadrant, so if I say sine of negative theta, so if you think about it, in the fourth quadrant, sine, is it positive or negative? So in the fourth quadrant, I know that sine is ASTC, only cosine is positive, hence it is negative. So I know it's negative sine theta. Similarly, cosine of negative theta in the fourth quadrant itself, okay, because I went clockwise, I know that cosine, okay, ASTC again, cosine is positive, hence here I know that my cosine ratio is positive. Similarly, tangent of negative theta in fourth quadrant, tangent is positive or negative? Tangent is negative, hence I get negative of tangent theta. So you can just use a bit of thinking, okay, to remember these three identities. Okay, now I will now go to example 8. So example 8 is without the use of a calculator, important, you cannot use calculator for this, okay. What I need to find is negative 30 and negative 135 degrees. Okay, so first and foremost, negative 30. So let's just start to draw this. Okay, now negative 30. So positive 30, I will move anti-clockwise. So negative 30, I will move clockwise. So if I move clockwise, here is negative 30. So my reference angle is also equals to 30 degrees. Remember, reference angle is always made between the line and the horizontal x-axis. So my alpha is equals to 30 degrees. So now, okay, I'm actually in the fourth quadrant itself. So I know that sine of negative 30 degrees, okay, first and foremost, sine of 30 degrees is equals to 0, 30 is equals to half. Cosine of 30 degrees, my reference angle, is actually equals to square root 3 over 2. Okay, and tangent of 30 degrees is equals to square root 3 over 3. Okay, now wait, okay, but now I'm not talking about sine 30, I'm talking about sine negative 30. Where is my angle? It lies now in the fourth quadrant itself. Hence what I'm saying here is sine of negative 30, as we have learned earlier, is negative sine of 30, it is negative half. Similarly, cosine of negative 30 degrees, as we have learned from the previous slide, is equals to cosine of theta. So cosine of 30 is square root 3 over 2. Tangent of negative theta is equals to negative tangent 30. So here is negative square root 3 over 3. So that's it, okay, for example 8. Not too tough, for example. Negative 135, okay, shall I just go through that with you? I think I'll just go through that with you. Negative 135 again, so yeah, like this, okay. So negative of 135, let me see, okay, where is the red color? Negative, positive 90, negative 90, negative 135. So now my angle here is negative 135 degrees. My reference angle alpha, okay, is equals to 45 degrees. Do you know how I got 45 degrees? Okay, 180. So minus this 135, this angle here is 45 degrees. So I just work it out, okay. So I will tell myself sine of 45 degrees is equals to what I call square root 2 over 2. Cosine of 45 degrees is also equals to square root 2 over 2. tangent of 45 degrees is equals to 1. So now, which quadrant am I in? Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3. So quadrant 3, if you remember, AST, only tangent is positive. Sine and cosine will be negative. Hence, okay, what I say is sine of negative 135 degrees is equals to, okay, quadrant 3, sine is negative, so it's negative root 2 over 2. Similarly, cosine of negative 135 AST in the third quadrant over here, okay, only my tangent is positive, hence cosine also gives you negative root 2 over 2. Tangent of negative 135 degrees here, okay, what I have is tangent is positive in the third quadrant, so hence I have positive of 1. Okay, that's it for example 8. I suggest now you pause the video and try 8 itself, okay. Try 8, maybe I don't go through part A, I will go through part B itself, okay. Then you see if you can try this. Actually, it's by and large quite similar to what I went through in the previous example. So pause the video, give it a shot. Then once you're ready, okay, you may unpause the video and then let's try part B itself. Okay, so part B itself, it works like this. I'm doing the negative 210. Okay, wait, I go back first. Okay, this is the answer for part A, which I do not want to explain. Okay, so here, and the corresponding diagram is here. So you can pause the video, take a picture of this, and then this is the corresponding diagram. Okay, part B. Part B is negative 210. So first and foremost, again, I start from here. Positive is going this way. Negative 210, I'm going the other way. Okay, so negative 210, I've established an angle. Then next thing you need to establish is what is your reference angle. Reference angle is 30 degrees. Okay, straight away you can write, okay, down sine of 30, which you must have memorized already, is equals to half. Cosine of 30 is equals to root 3 over 2. And then tangent of 30 itself is root 3 over 3. Now, which quadrant am I in? I'm in the second quadrant. Second quadrant, AS, only the sine ratio is positive. Hence, because only sine ratio is positive, so sine of negative 210 is equals to positive half from here. Then cosine of negative 210, second quadrant, cosine is negative, so I get negative root 3 over 2, which I use from here. Lastly, tangent of negative 210 degrees, tangent of negative 210, second quadrant, tangent is negative, so I get negative root 3 over 3. So that's it for try 8. Okay, cosecant, cotangent, and secant functions. So this is known as cosecant. Okay, how you spell that? C-O-S-E-C-A-N-T. This is known as secant theta, and this is cotangent theta, as spelled over here. Now, okay, what you need to memorize again is that cosecant theta is equals to 1 over sine theta, secant theta is 1 over cosine theta, cotangent theta is 1 over tangent theta. Let me teach you a trick that I learned when I was a student, and I still use it now to remember this. Okay, for this cosecant, secant, and cotangent, what you need to do is look at the third letter. Okay, the third letter, 1, 2, this is the third letter, 1, 2, the third letter, 1, 2, third letter. So cosecant theta is 1 over, notice here is S, so it's 1 over sine theta. For secant theta, 1, 2, 3, here the letter is C, so it's 1 over cosine theta. Here cotangent theta is 1 over tangent theta. Okay, very quickly now, okay, just test yourself again. Cosecant theta, secant theta, cotangent theta. Okay, do you remember what it is? Do you remember what we need to look at? The third letter. So cosecant theta is equals to 1 over sine theta. Secant theta, third letter is C, is 1 over cosine theta. Cotangent theta, third letter is T, so it's 1 over tangent theta. Okay, now last example for 10.1, then we have a try 9, then we are done with this chapter. Example 9, without using a calculator, evaluate cosecant 330, secant 330, and cotangent 330. Okay, slowly first. 330, okay, let me go and find where 330 is first, like that. 90, 180, oops, let me restart this again. 90, 180, 270. Don't know why this thing is not working out so well today. 90, 180, 270. Okay, I just give up. Okay, you can tell that it will land up into the third quadrant. So the third quadrant itself here is 330 degrees, and my reference angle here is 30 degrees. So straight away, okay, I will write down, okay, for myself, sine 30, cosine 30, tangent 30. So sine 30 is equals to 0, 30 is half. Cotangent 30 is square root 3 over 2. And tangent 30 is square root 3 over 3. Okay, now what I will also know is that sine of 330, fourth quadrant, who is positive? ASTC, so only cosine is positive, hence sine of 330 is negative half. Cosine of 330 is positive square root 3 over 2. Tangent of 330, it will also be negative, so it's negative root 3 over 3 because it's in the fourth quadrant. Now I can go back and answer my question. So cosecant theta is 1 over, the third letter is S, sine theta. So 1 over sine theta, or 1 over sine of 330 in this case, down here, I take the reciprocal. Reciprocal of negative half is negative 2 over 1. So therefore, this ratio here is equals to negative 2. Then, okay, what we have here is the next one. We have secant of 330. So secant of 330 is 1 over cosine theta. So if you look at it, cosine theta, in this case cosine of 330 is positive root 3 over 2. So 1 over cosine, I take the reciprocal, I just flip them, is 2 over root 3. So hence this one is positive 2 over root 3. Lastly, cotangent theta, or cotangent 330 degrees, is 1 over tangent of 330. Then I should replace all the theta with 330. Okay, here. 330 degrees, 330 degrees, 330 degrees, 330 degrees. Then what I get here is negative, tangent 330 is negative root 3 over 3. So the reciprocal is negative 3 over root 3. So here is negative 3 over root 3. And I'm done with example 9. Now, okay, very last example for very last try for 10.1. Okay, try without using a calculator to evaluate these three. I think if you can do this, I think you have mastered this chapter at the very least. Okay, so this one combines so many things together. Okay, first and foremost, pi is 180. Pi over 3 is 60 degrees. Then 60 degrees times 4, okay, is 240 degrees. So actually what we are looking for is cosecant of 240, secant of 240, and tangent of cotangent of 240 degrees. So now let me just draw my diagram. Where is this 240 degrees? 90, 180, 240 is somewhere here. Okay, So now if I go by radians, here to here is 4 pi over 3. Always remember, find the reference angle. Okay, so here to here is pi, hence, okay, 4 pi over 3 here minus pi. So what is left over for my reference angle? So my reference angle itself will be pi over 3. Pi over 3, just to give you the context, pi over 3 is actually equals to 60 degrees. So what I have here is, let me just put there, sine of pi over 3, sine of 60 degrees, okay, is equals to 0, 30, 45, 60, square root 3 over 2, okay, then cosine of 60 degrees, cosine of 60 degrees is equals to half, okay, then tangent of 60 degrees is equals to 3 over root 3. Okay, just give me. So now what I will have here is this. So once we have all the values, okay, using the basic angle itself already, what we need to work out, right, is sine of okay, sorry, so tangent of 60 degrees actually is equals to root 3 itself. Okay, so what happens here is this. What we need to work out is, if sine of pi over 3 is root 3 over 2, so sine of 4 pi over 3, where is 4 pi over 3? 4 pi over 3, I am lying in the third quadrant itself, so it's A, S, T, only tangent is positive, hence sine of 4 pi over 3 is negative root 3 over 2. Okay, similarly, cosine of 4 pi over 3, again, AST, so AST, T, only tangent is positive, hence my cosine value here is negative half. Tangent will be positive, so tangent of 4 pi over 3 is positive of root 3. Now, what happens here is we need to find cosecant. So, cosecant 4 pi over 3 is equals to 1 over sine of 4 pi over 3. Then sine of 4 pi over 3 is negative root 3 over 2. So I take the reciprocal, it gives me negative 2 over root 3. If you want to simplify, this is fine. But if you want to simplify, you multiply by root 3 over root 3. What you get is negative 2 root 3 over 3. Similarly, secant of 4 pi over 3 is equals to 1 over cosine 4 pi over 3. Cosine of 4 pi over 3 is negative half, so I take the reciprocal now. What I'll get is negative 2. Last but not least, okay, let me shrink these two. Is I'm looking for cotangent of 4 pi over 3. So it's 1 over tangent of 4 pi over 3. I take the reciprocal of root 3. What I will get is 1 over root 3. Then if you want to, okay, you want to simplify, you just multiply by root 3 over root 3. So what I'll get is root 3 over 3. And that's it for 4.1. Thank you. Sorry, not 4.1, 10.1.